Man, and he won the Intercontinental Championship in a 3-on-1 match without doing any of the work. I mean, it took 18 years to work with
Okay, so okay, so this is a very different episode of Sports Goofs. It's not really an episode of Sports Goofs. This is a spin-off, another. Yeah, it's one of our watch streams. We've done them before. We've done them for the World Series, and done plenty for NBA games, NHL games. But because there is no football, baseball, basketball, or hockey, heck, not even soccer going on at this moment, in North America at least, we're you know, Charles has been very persuasive in getting, especially myself, I'm a noob to this, getting me to watch wrestling and figuring out what to do here. So here I am. I've got WrestleMania 19 or 18, I'm not even sure, going on in the background. I might play a little myself just to see what's gonna go down, and yeah, I might mess around here a little bit. Let me put up the volume here for myself. Yeah, I think this is 18 or 19. I'm not even sure. Let's see. Let's look at the title. 19. Okay. So WrestleMania 19 on the Nintendo GameCube. We've shown this before, but just this time I'm just gonna see what I can do with this game here. So, you know what? Let's create a superstar. Why not have some fun here? And create. So, I wonder, and I hope there's a bunch of stuff unlocked so I can do what I want to do, because get your Roman numerals straight. Well, Andrew, well, actually, the WWE should get the Roman numerals straight, because the WrestleMania before this was called WrestleMania X8. So they have the Roman numerals with the Arabic numerals. That's kind of weird. So maybe they should be the ones to get them straight, you know? All right. So let's see what we got here. Profile. Profile, default, hold on, let's see if I can create this character, okay, before I give him a name. How do I, ability, moves, I just want to get to appearance, here we go. We'll make him a dude. I'm gonna see if I can make the Doom Slayer, because Doom Eternal came out today, but I am a Nintendo only fan right now. And so I'm just gonna have to make do with only Doom 64, which I downloaded today. I haven't started it yet. Another game to add to the backlog here as we have continued here on this Friday Night SmackDown and this weird arrangement that's going on. And yeah, I have the broadcast on the bottom right. I'll probably get destroyed by WWE on YouTube if they can pick up a very, very tiny portion of the screen, a not very loud portion of it being played by me, and flipped. It's flipped, so it's mirrored on the screen as well. So I don't even know how far we're gonna get with this before YouTube and WWE lay down the SmackDown on the Sports Goofs channel again. Our last episode was heavily edited just to remove a lot of visual clips. I wish YouTube would give you an option, really, instead of like editing it out completely, just black out the entire thing. Leave the audio, black out the entire thing, because I know for the audio, when you have like licensed music going on in the background, you can choose to remove the audio but leave the video. So I don't see why they don't have the reverse option of that. Just another little quibble about YouTube that, well, just frankly makes me mad sometimes. But got bigger things to worry about, folks. I hope you guys are staying healthy. Hope you're washing your hands. I had to venture outside of my house today, and I put on my spacesuit and went on out there. And yeah. So you guys tag in here. I guess we have a tag team match between a very a leather daddy and a guy in, well, just the straight up briefs. The classic briefs look. I don't know what it's called. Charles will probably, or Andrew will probably give me the correct term there. And there's Ed Sheeran narrating the background. I think that's Ed Sheeran. I'm not even sure. He's got red hair. Look at that ref. That ref is going. You gotta be pretty athletic. Oh, look at that. That's some Mortal Kombat moves there. Nakamura. Oh, there you go. That makes sense now. Nakamura. Nakamaru? Or Nakamura? I'm not even sure. It says Nakamura, okay, on the closed captioning that I have on here. Now, let's see if I can make this guy. I at least, and here's the thing, I do like the action shot type of angle they're doing with the cameraman when they're trying to get in there to make this interesting here. And of course, they've been doing this for decades now, so they've figured it out. Okay, so let's see, can I get clothing on this dude? Gear 1. Base, position, space. Oh, I need points? How many points can I use up? I got helmets, military caps. I want to straight up like entire helmet. What is that? Position? Hold on a second.
big dog, Roman Reigns. They battle for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania tonight. He'll be in the ring at the same time, face to face, to sign the contract for WrestleMania. You know, Bray Wyatt looks back at WrestleMania 30, 6 years ago, as the downward spiral in his career when he faced John Cena. This match, he says, led to the creation of the Fiend. Tonight, we'll take a look back at WrestleMania 30, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. And after months of disparaging remarks against the SmackDown Women's locker room, Bayley is going to get hers tonight. It's the return of WWE legend, the multi-time Women's Champion Paige, here tonight on SmackDown. We heard the news at the top of the show, WrestleMania too big for one night. It's going to take place 2 weeks from tomorrow, Saturday, April 4th, and Sunday, April 5th. Now, to get yourself ready for WrestleMania, to get you hyped like Mojo Rawley would say, we are going to, for the first time ever, over the next 3 Sundays, give you an opportunity to watch WrestleMania events in their entirety. And we start this Sunday on broadcast television with WrestleMania 30, the night that Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock were in the ring together at the same time. The night that The Undertaker put his legendary WrestleMania undefeated streak on the line against Brock Lesnar. And the question is, could Daniel Bryan complete the Miracle on Bourbon streak? It all took place at WrestleMania. It's the WrestleMania 30 Encore this Sunday, 7 Eastern on ESPN.
You never answered my question. How'd you end up here? It's complicated. What are you after? Maybe to keep you both out of trouble. So tell me, you ever thought you might be the trouble? Ahsoka, you got any skills? Yeah, I've got a trick or two. We'll find out soon enough. Where did you learn to fight like that? It's better if you don't know. But since I'm here, might as well do some good. In my life, when people need you, you help them. No matter what.
Execute them all.
If I go down this path, I'm afraid where it might lead.
Whatever that is, it ain't breakfast. Show me the good stuff. Hello, tasty thing. It's time to get more out of breakfast. Pick 2 McDonald's morning faves right now for just $4 at breakfast time. Wake up breakfast.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm sorry, Gary, this is not how I wanted our first date to go.
It can only get better from here, right? We're gonna need sauce.
911, all new, Monday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
When I walked in the ring, I looked into his eyes. You know what I saw? I could Claymore this man over the top rope. It is about time. That's exactly what I did. Claymore! Drew McIntyre's going to WrestleMania! Spoiler alert! Brock Lesnar faces Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. WrestleMania Live in Tampa on Sunday, April 5th. Tickets are... When I walked in the ring, I looked into his eyes. You know what I saw? I could Claymore this man over the top rope. It is about time. That's exactly what I did. Claymore! Drew McIntyre's going to WrestleMania! Spoiler alert! Brock Lesnar faces Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. WrestleMania Live in Tampa on Sunday, April 5th. Tickets are... When I walked in the ring, I looked into his eyes. You know what I saw?
All right, I'm back. Sorry. Oh gosh, personal phone call. We're gonna keep going here. Let's see if I can make the Doomslayer in this game. I'm gonna have to fix the head though. I gave him 2 weird helmets, which is very. I have no idea. That or I'll make a complete monstrosity. I should make a monstrosity later on, but for now I'm trying to see if I can do this. It's amazing what people create in these WWE games. The wrestlers, oh, There's some really funny ones out there. There's some really funny ones, especially from last year's, I guess you could say this year's? Whatever you want to call it, WWE 2K20, the horrible one. There's some funny videos of all the glitchy monstrosities that people have created in that game. Let's see, what's the logo? Type. Oh, you can give them, I see. Ooh, that's interesting. It's also interesting. Give them like textures and stuff. This is so weird without a crowd. Without the oohs and the ahs and the ohs and the boos and the cheers. It's very, very different. How could you fix this? How could you fix for the lack of crowd in this? I'm trying to think. Like, can you have like a bunch of iPads along the outer ring, like the first rows of seats, and just have people Skype in? But then of course you have the danger that somebody's going to do something really something that you can't put on mainstream TV, and WWE is trying to get a foothold with the mainstream media right now. Mainstream America, whatever, what have you, by being on Fox straight up. Especially now that Fox is owned by Disney, and I don't think Mr. Mickey Mouse would approve of fans. Even the internet would go crazy. You know, 4chan could probably find a way to organize themselves to get approved by the WWE's, I don't know, fan vetting process, and get in there and then have all kinds of offensive stuff happening on the screen. Although it would make for some great television, I can tell you that much. It would make for some really, really great television. Oh, I like that one. I like this one. Okay, how can I change the color? Yeah. No, that's too bright. Yeah. That's not bad. Okay. Logo 2. Really? There's more here? Nah, I don't want to mess with that. I like this. I like this. This still feels like a dress rehearsal with the lack of fans. I don't know what they could have done. Maybe approved some fans to join up? I don't know, but once again, it's like no groups of more than 10 people now, so you'd have to handpick 10 people. Well, no, you wouldn't have 10 people because you have all those wrestlers. There's probably only 10 people there. The camera guys, and that's it. Page. Skyping from Los Angeles. I wonder if Microsoft pays for that because like they own Skype, so they could have done like a Facebook live, like call, video call, and have Facebook on. They could have done that. Who knows? I'm just saying, trying to figure out who's sponsoring what with all of this. How is she gonna get out of LA? You're all on lockdown. Now that's the story that I want to see. Okay. Hmm. So yeah, they changed WrestleMania to be a 2-day thing with Rob Gronkowski as the host. So I haven't really have I formed an opinion about Rob Gronkowski? Just a dude bro, right? Just like a dude bro that I don't know. Let's see, he's got a necktie. Okay. Wait, how do I add logo? Oh, like a Spider-Man? You can make Spider-Man in this? That's pretty cool. Like a ref type of thing. Don't know what that is. Okay, pinstripes. Racing stripe. Okay. Kind of like a... Okay, it's kind of like a prison outfit type of thing. This is lesions? I don't know. It's like very spooky ghosts or what have you. Not sure. Sun? Maybe? Kind of like a sun. What's this? What is that? Who is that? Not sure what that is. Pattern A, it says. Don't know. A20. Different. Okay, kind of like a fence. This is different. Got weird polka dots. Basically, Sonic the Hedgehog stage. We got that. If you want to look like a Sonic the Hedgehog stage, you can do that too. Kind of like a superhero type of look. Alright, muscle milk. I don't know. More symbolism here. Okay, kind of look like superhero still there. Alrighty. Web. Okay, this matches that one at least. So I can have that. Ooh, this one looks more like armor. I like this. I think I'm gonna go with that one. I guess you can make him look like Iron Man there. That's different. Buenos Aires. Sydney. Shanghai. You can't go to any of these places. Okay. Worldwide. Okay. Join the universe. Find what fits you. I'm sure Charles has shopped there for many times. Okay. review matches for the matches at WrestleMania. Okay. So according to Charles here, they're I guess giving the I guess it's kind of like a preview episode before we get down to the real deal for that weekend. All right. Alrighty. So you can, I guess, kind of make like a Dragon Ball Z. Make him look like Goku in a sense here too. Sure, the developers thought real long and hard about these patterns, but I'm gonna change some stuff here and then get the color right. Every time, come on. Interesting. Let's see if I can make this work. Ah, come on, really? That's the color it's changing up there? You know what I remember? Now, I don't know why I'm remembering this randomly, but when Alicia Keys played at the, I think it was like the 2009 NBA All-Star Game, and that was held in Phoenix, Arizona, and she sang, was it that song where she sings about New York, and I always found it really weird that she sang a song about New York in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't understand that. I mean, it was like her new song at that point. I get that, but it's not in New York. It's not an NBA. It's not. It would have been more prudent or more in the theme if they played that at Madison Square Garden. But it was in Phoenix, Arizona, the furthest you can get from New York. Well, not really the furthest you can get from New York, but basically on the other side of the country. So it didn't make sense whatsoever. But yeah. Upper locker? What's locker? Save? Okay. I don't know what lower locker. Oh, you can save the outfits. Ah, there's so many spaces here too. Wow. This game. So many. Gosh. Interesting. Ha! Look at that. Oh, it's a flashback. Back when there were people. What is this? What's happening? Where is... Oh, I'm trying to see which arena that is. Or which stadium. It looks like the Superdome in Louisiana. Okay. I don't know why my microphone was the one from my computer instead of the one from my actual Yeti, Blue Yeti, but now it is. Now it sounds a whole lot better. I sounded like I was in a freaking wind tunnel before. Okay, so I'm rewatching this match between, I guess, Bray Wyatt and John Cena. Man, that guy is very sweaty. I would not want that all over me. And all that hair. That is the Superdome. They're gonna have to wipe that down now. If this was today, you can't have it. You gotta disinfect all that now. Okay, so I just basically watched a rerun, which I guess is good for a noob like me to figure out why the whole him versus the other dude coming up in WrestleMania is going to be significant.
This right here is the new papadilla, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Latin for better than a sandwich. even has a better pickle. Get a new Papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
The network has to be prepared to absorb whatever it's going to come its way.
We're always prepared.
Make sure that the network is working all the time.
We're relentlessly committed to the network, so in times like this, we can all stay connected to work, school, and most importantly, to each other.
Wow, Amazon's got their commercials going now to make sure. Oh wait, what was that other commercial? Something about connection. Well, we all have to be connected. That's right. So those companies, they can't go down, or else we're. Ooh. Man, I can't even imagine. It'd be hard to survive without the internet now, right?
Apartments.com puts more renters in new homes than any other website. How? By sniffing out more listings than anybody else. Really?
Things are playing really well with us. My lease is up on the 1st, and I think he wants me to move in with him.
What?
Got a potential lead on a vacancy.
Stop. Is that your dog?
Good boy.
Man, imagine if Jeff Goldblum had a Let's Play channel.
Apartments.com, the most popular place.
Oh, that'd be so sweet.
Here, eat creamy Snickers. You could use a little smoother.
Get smooth with fresh ground up oats and creamy Snickers.
Growing up, I never thought I'd be on this side of the counter. As an actual store owner and board member, now I want to bring that Papa Mel to the community. Better ingredients.
Okay, so when you put on the gear here, you actually have to position it on the character. So you could have like a character with like floating stuff around him. That'd be pretty funny.
Then turn on Fox Animation Domination.
Stay with this big guy.
The only
Is this like
place
a
to see your
fencing
favorite
mask?
comedies
Let me see.
first.
What is
What's
this?
going on?
Your son's marrying your daughter.
We are not sending them a gift.
Interesting.
Sunday on Fox.
Sleeper hole for Wyatt. Ray Wyatt trying to lock Cena tight with that sleeper.
The most conventional move I've ever seen. Ray Wyatt. This guy is so far out there. Locks on a sleeper.
I think this is all part of his plan.
It's so weird. Yeah, so they're just replaying this now.
More traditional Cena with the shoulder tackles. Now he puts Wyatt where he wants him. This is the John Cena we know. That's the reaction he was expecting.
Can't see me. Part of John Cena.
That stopped Cena in his tracks. What is that? Now Rowan caused a distraction. Planting Cena. Off that slight distraction by Eric Rowan. Cena was freaked out. Here's the cover by Wyatt. Cena too.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm making, but it's happening regardless. I'm just making something now.
Have you ever seen Cena frozen like that?
What possesses Bray Wyatt to be able to even do that?
Okay, can I change the color of this, or that'd be weird if I can't change the color of it.
John is finding himself questioning himself what to do during this match.
Cena second row. Oh, man, what an impact! Shoulders are down, kick out at 2. What an impact! Almost like Cena's approaching this matchup, fighting not to lose. Yeah, so compared to fighting to win. You're right, so competitive.
Watch this though. Look at the eyes of Bray Wyatt.
Aw, come on. I can't wear 2 things? Oh no, I can. Ah, I have to redo that? No undo button here. Oh. Uh-oh. What was that? Hey, now. John Cena is like the only guy that I know that still wears jorts. Who's that homeless guy that's alongside the ring? You see, these are questions I wish Charles was here so he could answer to me. Oh. Ouch. Oh, there's a ball? You can make like baseball players if you wanted to. Ooh, you can have a gun. you only have 8 points that you can use for the gear. I see. So I would have to take out the gun. It's memory, so okay, I get that.
Napa know-how isn't just for guys like this. Every driver deserves quality parts. Practical and cool. So you can do it yourself with Napa Auto Parts or get it done for you at a Napa Auto Care Center.
Paint tool.
Which means Napa know-how is for you, karaoke car lady. And never
Can I make a Sports Goofs logo?
You too, Mr. Park a mile away. Oh yeah. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's
Don't
Napa
know why I have it in pink, but sure. Let's go with it.
America's favorite breakfast. They just don't know it yet. You order a breakfast sandwich, and that's when Wendy's makes it. Not weeks or months ago. Try your new favorite. Order by 10 and we'll even deliver it.
Okay, so how do I use it? Oh, to put on the... Oh, I see.
Give me your hand! I can save you! Lots of money with
Ooh,
Liberty
entrances.
Mutual. We customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for you.
Let's listen to that. Okay, I'm liking that one.
Only Carfax.com will give you the most accurate price based on the Carfax report. So you never have to overpay on a used car again.
But I guess life goes on. So, all right, come on, here we go. Let's go.
Stop the shame of overpaying and start your used car search today at the all-new Carfax.com.
Reese's eggs are back and you get them somewhere you
Nah,
never
don't like that one.
Psych, put them everywhere. Grocery stores and supermarkets, gas stations, chiropractors' offices, bowling alleys, grocery stores, I'm sorry, Reese's. Introducing Wendy's 2 for $5. The only 2 for $5 Wendy's fresh never frozen meat and the spicy chicken you crave. Choose from the day's single spicy chicken sandwich, 2-piece crispy, or
No. Nope. A little too slow for me.
Someone knew everything about you.
So this has happened in 2014. So this happened 6 years ago.
And they could use it against you. Would you let them into your life? Into your house? Of course not.
Jorts were out of style by this point too, so I don't get it.
You already have.
And I don't know who that homeless guy is. Charles, where are you? So you can explain these things to me. Uh-oh.
like the first one. Yep, we're keeping that one. That's the song. What's... Do they have original ones too for this, or they just have the ones from the actual wrestlers? Okay. Oh gosh. We're gonna use this one. Nope. I'm trying to get the feel of the Doomslayer. I don't think he would do these things. Nope. That's not what he would do. He's there to rip and tear. Maybe 5 is a maybe. Nope. One is also a maybe. Nope. Uh-oh. Video froze on me over here on the side. Not my video, but the one for the broadcast. It's Fox Sports Go. Their program always freezes on me. I don't get it. It doesn't matter what device I'm using, whether it's my Amazon TV, whether it's my phone, whether it's my computer, whether I'm at home, whether I'm at my sister's place, whether I'm at my parents' place, whether I'm at my girlfriend's place, whether I'm at work. So Fox, get your stuff going. You fix it, please. Especially nowadays. Now, I mean, well, the people that they would get to fix it probably can't go outside of their house. So, don't know how they're gonna fix it. Okay. So now we're done with the replay of that, and we're back to the empty studio. I wish I could show you that. I'm gonna have to restart this. Oh, hey! There we go. Alright, so now it's back on. So, Bray is talking about what happened there in the past. And, okay. Well, you know what the good thing about Boomer is? About Goldberg being back there, and I called him a boomer. He probably is a boomer, so that's why. He's there for the boomers.
2 weeks from this weekend, John Cena faces The Fiend. John Cena versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, one-on-one at WrestleMania. And speaking of WrestleMania, that is the night that Goldberg, the Hall of Famer, the icon, the master of the spear, goes one-on-one with the other master of the spear, the challenger, the big dog Roman Reigns. Tonight, same ring, same time on Friday Night SmackDown Live. Roman Reigns Goldberg signed the contract for the Universal Championship match at WrestleMania.
I'll go with Kane's Ram.
The WWE Performance Center with one half of the Tag Team Champions. And his partner, John Morrison.
Ring. Okay.
WrestleMania is presented by Snickers. The world's a better place when satisfied. Visit Warren Morrison winning the tag team titles inside the Elimination Chamber match, defeating 5 other teams. But up next, they bring back the controversial Dirt Sheet. As in Morrison, live next on SmackDown.
Wow, so many taunts.
Here we have another burst fight. And you look close.
Jamie, are there any interesting photos from your trip?
Ouch. Okay. Boring. That. Oh, here we go. Can you believe my client Steve had never heard of a home and auto bundle or the rent for good bundle?
Wait, you're a lawyer?
Only licensed in Stockholm.
What happened?
Game show, kumite, story.
You know karate?
No, practice Muay Thai. Completely different skills. How about you?
No. No way.
Come on. No. Only Discover has no annual fee on any card.
Whatever that is, it ain't breakfast. Show me the good stuff. Hello, tasty thing. It's time to get more out of breakfast. Pick 2 McDonald's morning faves right now for just $4 at breakfast time. Wake up breakfast.
Oh, there's too many. Wow, fireworks. Sheesh. Ooh, that's pretty. That's one. Oh, I have a limit. Okay.
I thought I was kind of stronger than it, but soon I realized like it was holding kind of a power over me. I was always craving more and more. Like it was never enough. When I quit vaping, I had a lot more energy. I'm someone that has done it, and it's not worth the consequences that are.
Okay. So I can profile.
Yes, sure.
Yes, yeah, no problem.
Discovered, accepted at over 95% of places in the U.S.
Wash your hands, avoid sick people, and touching your face. There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. Brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Friday Night SmackDown on Fox is being brought to you by the WWE Performance Center here tonight in Orlando, Florida. We hope you can escape from what's going on in the world with a little bit of entertainment here from WWE. Well, I want to take you back to last week on SmackDown. We had a tag team match. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross were taking on Sasha and Bayley. Now, Alexa and Nikki had been calling out the Kabuki Warriors for a couple of weeks. The Warriors, of course, the women's tag team champions.
Wow, the PSAs about washing your hands are up now. Man, how things changed.
The women's tag team champions, that distraction would allow Sasha Banks to lock in the bank statement. Nikki Cross, as Asuka dances on the stage, would tap out to the bank statement. Asuka telling Alexa and Nikki, don't you dare challenge me.
Alexa, Nikki, for the last couple of weeks, you've been calling out the Kabuki Warriors, accusing them of hiding out on Raw, and you made it clear that you want to face them for the women's tag team championships. Just last week,
Asuka snuck into SmackDown, attacked my best friend from behind, cost us the match.
Asuka,
Save and exit. Sure. It took me forever to do, but sure. Finally got out.
crash the party. Well, if that's how you want to play that game, that's fine. Because I've played that game, but better. Because I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get what I want. Nikki,
The dirt sheet.
what's my schedule like
Okay.
next week? Wide open. Perfect.
Oh my gosh, this is so weird.
You don't have to
Just two guys sitting in the middle of an empty studio.
SmackDown. And this time,
Alright, so let me see. Let me try the tutorial here.
I'm glad you made it. We've got a tough road ahead.
Oh, that is
Choose a training exercise.
Uncanny Valley right there.
I'm John Morrison. This week, I taught myself how to witch and really? Oh yeah. I'm the most must-see WWE superstar of all time, The Miz.
The next exercise is about more applied types of movement. If you're aiming for the top, you better be able to do this.
Miz and Morrison.
Here we go. No, 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 no. No good. Try it again. No, 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 no. Try it again.
No, stop yelling at me.
We should face at WrestleMania for our tag team championships. So, without further ado, who do you think The Miz and Morrison should face at WrestleMania?
I'm just gonna button mash. I was gonna try and learn how to play this, but I'm just gonna button mash.
You can't cut it in this business. You need to hang up the control. I'll see you in the ring.
What is happening on this show? Why are there two guys dressed as bacon? Why is a guy dressed up as a unicorn?
Didn't think there was going to be an answer tonight. They must have snuck in.
Hold on, I gotta take a photo of this and send it to Charles. What the heck is happening here? They're both acknowledging that this is stupid. Charles just replied back to me, "It's beautiful. It's a big middle finger to the other tag teams." Well, okay. I don't understand. Oh my gosh. I don't understand. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh gosh.
The SmackDown Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. Well, we should probably take the night off. That is an idea. If Social wants us to build some boomerangs.
Well, at least it went to a bacon. Oh my gosh. I guess this is fun. It goes immediately to Arby's with their bacon sandwiches. Oh my goodness. Was this on purpose?
Is that brown sugar you see melting into a sweet crackly glaze? Yes, your eyes were right. It's Arby's brown sugar bacon. And what are those? Sandwiches? Oh, buddy, what's the occasion? Some sort of sandwich party? Go bacon! Go bacon!
Oh my goodness.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Hey man, you in? Let's play.
I'm 52, but in my mind, I'm still 25. That's why I take Osteobiflex to keep me moving the way I was made to. It nourishes and strengthens my joints for the long term.
Osteobiflex, now in triple strength plus magnesium.
Oh gosh. Oh boy. This has been fun so far. It's definitely helping me pass through the night. That's for sure. Okay, so let me play a match here. And I guess because we're watching SmackDown, I might as well play this in SmackDown. I'll leave it unlimited there, and I guess I'll...
Selling a pre-owned vehicle is simple, thanks to AutoBuy, Google's #1 rated car buying service.
Is there a difficulty level? Hold on. Before I start playing, I'm gonna see if I can bring that all the way down. Game settings. Yeah, we're gonna make that super easy for me. Don't know what any of this other stuff is, but I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Someone to count on when you need a little help. At Power Financial Credit Union, we'll help you through life's ups and downs. Here, we hear you.
Hold on. I think we might get Charles on the line here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay, now we have a bunch of sweaty man wrestling. like I was expecting. I wasn't expecting unicorns and bacon.
Family means someone to count on when you need a little help. At Power Financial Credit Union, we'll help you through life's ups and downs. Here, we hear you, we respect you, and we'll help you.
Okay, let's get this going. Let's get my creative character. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Charles is coming in. About to tag in here. Let me answer. Let me answer this. Hello. Yeah, I've been streaming this all night. It's been I have many questions. So
and we need to protect this big fat guy.
Okay.
So that's statement number one. The Dr. WrestleNomics is in.
Yes.
And he's ready to answer all.
Okay. All right. So I just watched an entire Bray Wyatt versus John Cena match from back in 2014. And I'm assuming that's just a review match for me to watch for the WrestleMania that's about to happen?
So what we're going to call that, and it's something that's also relevant to this match that's going on, is a build. So a build is a build to a match. You're basically setting the points to it. What you have is John Cena and Bray Wyatt have wrestled each other in the past. We know, and I think it's going to get really loud in my house 2 seconds ago.
Okay.
The idea is that two big guys. So the idea of Bill is even different. Wyatt, their history is that they wrestled each other in that piece of information. Promo, Bray Wyatt says, hey, because you beat me, you guys see my own self-determined structure, and that occurred is all you to create this real thing.
Yeah, he kept saying he kept hearing the voices in his head.
Yeah, so it's a character build. It's a story. Because now you're going to get that part 2, basically, at WrestleMania. It's going to be what I call like the revenge match years later. And it's something that you don't see happen a lot, which is long-term story.
Okay.
That comes in. So
yeah, that happened 6 years ago.
Yeah, so there's a payoff towards it. And it was one of the ways of getting the people invested, though they should have Bray with the title versus Cena. Because Cena tied Flair's record and instead should get like the 17 time or have a story to it. So the similar thing is happening here. It's a build for the tag team titles that you have here, right? So these two teams went against each other in Elimination Chamber. So they're basically saying, hey, who should challenge us at WrestleMania? Not this person, not this person, not this person. Back to Cena and Wyatt, the idea is that there's not a lot of real investment in the stories because of lack of crowd audience. So probably for Fox's sake, for anybody who's the casual viewers, new viewers, or viewers who don't have the network, this might be, hey, if you have the network, here's a plug for it by basically seeing this match. And that match was kind of like average. It was a little slow, plus the commercial breaks kind of hurt. In a pay-per-view match, you don't get commercials. You get to go full out, all in.
Okay. All right. All right, so what's happening between these guys that are on screen right now? These 4 dudes and the big guy that you say is a national treasure.
All right, so the national treasure, Otis, and the other, I guess, pseudo-national treasure, or at least a national park, is Tucker. They're guys who are called heavy machinery. They're trying to get a tag team title opportunity against Miz and Morrison. Miz and Morrison are your current SmackDown tag champs, so when they came out there, they defended the title against Heavy Machinery, The New Day, The Usos, Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler in that Elimination Chamber match, which was the big cage confine that we saw on an episode of the reviews on, right? Or not the reviews, but a reflection back into when you saw Disaster came in. Now we have the road to WrestleMania. Treat the road to WrestleMania as WrestleMania itself as the Super Bowl, as the biggest spectacle. So they're saying, hey, we don't have a match, so who should we face? Because we beat everybody in that Elimination Chamber. Now, mind you, they didn't eliminate everybody, but they came away the victor. So it's their way of saying, I'm the best of the best, and the people in this division shouldn't even challenge me, or they don't even deserve a spot because of the fact that there's no one that can actually have our number. So I liken it to a UFC Conor McGregor trash talk until there's a Khabib who's going to tap him out. So right now there's a match because there's also an additional storyline that they're going to layer out. But really this is just kind of there for the TV time and also just to help keep hold of Miz and Morrison and maybe introduce like a new tag team challenger for the SmackDown tag titles.
Okay. All right.
And, you know, for a TV match, it's not bad. Remember, the idea for a television match is you're not supposed to
shoot your wife.
Have... Yeah, pretty much. And here comes Dolph Ziggler. So this is a storyline into a storyline, right?
Okay.
The blonde dude, Dolph Ziggler, the storyline they were doing before Valentine's Day was that he stole basically Otis's girl, Mandy Rose. And you know, Otis is a lovable person. He's a cute guy. He's an inspiration.
Okay.
And go from there. And so we love him for that, and he's great for that. And what happened was he was trying to woo Mandy Rose, and it was very cute, like the build-up that they had to it. Like they showed him training for a gym, training at the gym for her date and learning dates and stuff like that. And then on Valentine's Day, when a SmackDown was there, he was like, "Okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna have his date with Mandy," and everybody was built to it. And then who comes in? Sleazy blonde dude, Dolph Ziggler.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the name Dolph already gives you, you know, kind of sleazy vibes right there. You know, kind of like Dolph Lundgren, the characters he's played. You know, like in Rocky.
You wonder what the name is if it's.
No offense to our large Russian audience.
Hey, listen, we love Ivan Drago. I know great, you know, he's a character.
If he dies, he dies.
The WWE is synonymous with trying to make some kind of Russian authority. They've tried. There's so many that they've kind of done because you're talking about 80s and 90s wrestling. It's ideally stereotypical.
Yeah.
And so whether it's for better or for worse depends on the people who like their kind of wrestling. But you have people like Nikolai Koloff, who was always Nikita Koloff, who was always kind of mentioned. I think he was in that Ric Flair promo I sent you guys, as being billed as post-Russia. And then there was another WWE wrestler in 2004, and I didn't really follow him, but I knew about him. There was so much Vince was trying to push as this big kind of like thing. Let's see if I can build that off in there. But there's always like a target that comes into it. So there's a Vladimir Kozlov, that's right. Big, bulky guy who's been getting moments and momentums. So it's kind of like those catchphrase wrestlers and names to them, which aren't their real names. And then I guess the most recent one that they tried was Rusev, who I love, as Rusev Dave, but he was, you know, kind of like the Bulgarian brute. Mind you, we all know from geography, those who went to geography, that Bulgaria isn't necessarily mean that you're this or that, but at least it's a real person who's actually Bulgarian, as opposed to someone who puts on a bad fake Russian accent. Because what do we know about wrestling? It's sometimes a soap opera, so sometimes it's an acting show.
Yeah.
That comes into it. So it's very, very, very different. And what you're seeing now is just the road to WrestleMania. Would things have been different if we actually had crowds? Who knows? I don't know what Vince McMahon's A game is. Right? Because sometimes his A games is really just his C games. And sometimes you get nice little builds. So I've been following the SmackDown lunch, and let me tell you something. Even though you're not going to have an audience, and people say that needs to be canceled, I'm getting Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan.
I mean, now it's 2 days. They just announced.
Now it's 2 days. And you know what? I actually like that idea because you have two different brands. You have Raw and SmackDown. So in the future, if you end up having a Raw WrestleMania and a SmackDown WrestleMania, I think that works better because those fatigues that come into wrestling, that is like 7 hours of everything, is just so much. And now we have Dolph on commentary.
Mhm.
He's going to talk trash about why a sweaty fat man who's a national treasure can't get a beautiful babe like
Aw.
Mandy Rose. And I feel this.
Yeah.
Francisco. And I have like a little bit of a connection to Heavy Machinery because they were part of NXT, and we know NXT is like the developmental stuff, right?
Okay, yeah,
So
I remember that.
they did the house shows, and I've seen them in person at the house shows numerous times. That along with the current Raw Tag Team Champions Street Profits. So it's nice to see like your baby boys who weren't even on regular TV when NXT came on TV. Well, granted they were there before they got the USA deal, but even on streaming on WWE Network, actually being able to be there on TV, having a build, have a very unique storyline. Because if you've been watching SmackDown, you see the basis of a lot of stories. So like, we just want titles, or we just want championships. Here is the little romantic thing. It's like, you took my lady, and I'm gonna beat you up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I can get.
Yeah, everybody can relate to that.
Yeah, because the idea of wrestling has to be that it's to the everyman.
Right.
And with the everyman that
I
comes in.
remember the South Park episode where the boys staged their whatever, they made their own little wrestling league. And
Backyard wrestling.
yeah, and they had like an outdoor auditorium and everything, and it was like a play. And then the real wrestler, the guy that does like Greco-Roman wrestling, was like, "Damn it, they took my job!" And then all the rednecks are like, "They took his job."
Did you see that national treasure that is Otis?
Yeah, look at him go.
300 pounds, doing the worm. He calls it the caterpillar. The reason why it's a caterpillar is because he is a beautiful budgeting butterfly at the end of the day. And I really wish if he goes onto a singles run, which I don't know what Vince will do. Now, singles run means separating away from the tag teams to your own individual run, going for a divisional match or a divisional title. I'll look at that. We're bringing up the little dates. Look at that man. He's
Aww.
And here's the thing: if there was a crowd, there'd be the awe. Because look at that face. Like, look, part of wrestling is the storytelling. And we have storytelling in the ring with the maneuvers, but then we have storytelling in the facial expressions. If you watch that John Cena match with Bray Wyatt, Bray was just great at it, and Cena even holding that aggression coming in, even though he looked like he was going to poop himself.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. But if you had that crowd, it's a
Oh, he's getting very angry.
Yeah, he's about to become a butterfly. A beautiful little butterfly, as Heimlich from Bugs Life says. Is he gonna murder him? And there goes.
Oh no! Why are they ganging up on him?
Well, because they're in a match.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
You know, they're basically saying, hey, if you don't beat up this guy, you know, there's a competitive nature that comes in. Don't keep your eye off the prize, man. Because so that's what you call somewhat, not a schmoozy finish, but an interference. So let's say Ziggler super kicks Otis in the face as he's
right on the frickin' podium.
Yeah, wrestling's violent. Now, here's the thing. This being live television, it really matters on the angle because sometimes you don't see Miz's head connect full force.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's covered. So it depends. You need a Martin Scorsese sometimes. And I think Kevin got... Ooh.
Well, have you... I don't know. Have you seen... have you seen Glow on Netflix?
Yes, I watched the first season. I haven't watched the other seasons, but it's
Okay.
an excellent show.
Yeah, I've picked up on that, like, at how... Like, they were talking about the camera angles and stuff. They basically made it... They made it a production, a show.
Well, first off, that fat boy.
Look at him go.
Ball
Oh, he is limping.
So, Glow really kind of says to me. It creates like two of my favorite things: wrestling in the '80s, and then the lovely Allison Brie, and then Betty Gilpin too. Like, I love her as well. She's in The Hunt. I don't want to pay $20 for a movie on video.
I saw on not Netflix, on my Amazon Fire TV, like, what's that movie called? Invisible Man, whatever.
Yes.
That's out now, right? Or something. They have like in theater rental now or something. I think for some, like, the movies that haven't been pushed back, they might as well do that. They might as well release them early and have people, release them early. Hey, instead of paying $20 to go see a movie in a theater, spend $5 here, and
yeah. But the thing is, they want to capitalize. So with the CV 20. That's why I'm calling it.
20.
It sounds better than the other stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, match it with the year, right? Granted, actually, no, we'll call it CV19 because it did start in 2019.
Yeah.
So they're coming out of theaters, so they want to capitalize on their money because they didn't get the full box office run. So they're charging like $20 for these video on demand movies,
Right.
Because they want to get full capability. Because if you're really losing money on the dollar, like I know that happened with Pixar's Onward, because it probably cost like $150 to make and manufacture,
Right.
And then it barely made any money to start off with, like a soft 40 million for those. Francisco, if you didn't know, I like pop culture stuff. I like movies,
Yeah, of
and TV
course.
shows, even though I never make time to see it. But you know, I used to be the big film buff who liked to see what movies were making, what, and how much it costs, if they broke even, if I'm getting sequels. I still wish for a sequel to Blade Runner 2049, but we'll see. So it didn't make a lot of money, and then with this, you know, epidemic or pandemic that came in, no one's going to theaters.
Yeah.
So now Pixar and Disney has to be like, well, we got to recoup our money, so let's make this film release early for $20. Because a lot of digital rentals or digital purchases are what, $10 to $15?
Yeah.
So
I mean, the new ones, yeah.
So they're gonna get you because a matinee is about what, $5, $6, $7.
Yeah.
And then depending on your location, it's 10 to 12. So they might cop out.
Yeah, or if you, it's like some people, like I like to go out. Well, my girlfriend only wants to go out to the theaters that you can buy a drink at. You know, like that's the only place. Like nothing cheaper than that. So, of course, I like it too. You know, you sit down, you order food, yeah, whatever.
Well,
So-
you being in Miami, you can actually get a steak balanisha served onto you as you're watching.
I mean, you can go all the way down to Boca and go to the iPic, right?
Yeah, I could. I mean, like, I like the theater that I typically go to.
I'm trying to beat Vince McMahon right now. As
Well, here-
basically, this is our YouTube channel versus him.
Yeah,
The
well,
personification of it.
Let me tell you something. After 22 years of fighting him with some years off in sabbatical, you never really beat him. You just survive another day. I don't think he understands. We've been his like probably biggest proponent and supporter. Because now, and here's the shout out, Middle Kingdom Wrestling. Thanks for liking us and following us. I reciprocated. Follow us on.
Have you heard them before this or no?
I have not, but as you know, I'm always looking to expand.
Yeah.
I got my buddy and I into it, and we watched some of the highlights. It seems pretty interesting.
Really?
I may have a segment on it. I don't want to call it like, you know, they want to go into developmental, but there's like one particular person, and I believe he refers to himself as the Selfie King, and I think there's another guy known as the Zombie Dragon, and so you know me. Part of wrestling is liking characters.
I like the zombie dragon. I like the sound of that.
If you have a character that I can get into, how do you think I got into the Fiend? I told you on the show when we had the full podcast every Tuesday at 7 that.
Okay, so Vince McMahon has knocked me out and has once again copyright struck us.
How can you do this?
Uh,
Well, you know, here's the thing about fighting the machine is that the machine's going to be
The
there.
miracle is he hasn't taken us down so far live, and you know, I've taken precautions for this broadcast. I do have it in the background. I have the volume of SmackDown right now as low as I can get it without it being mute. I've got it flipped on the screen, and I've got it in a very tiny little corner of our screen. So, you know, it's as good as I can do it with, because I want people to see what the heck I'm commenting on. When you see two guys dressed as bacon, there's no way to describe it.
Listen,
talking smack to a couple guys dressed as unicorns.
Hey, you know what messes me up? The way that this week has been, the most normal thing I've seen is two guys dressed as bacon, also dressed as a guy as a unicorn, which was great, by the way, because their impressions were downright good. A little history on Miz and Morrison.
Yeah.
John Morrison, The Miz, they used to be a tag team many years ago. Morrison left to go do other things. He's also on Glow for an episode. He was like their trainer. Miz, a little Hollywood, so Morrison comes back and signed, and they had the dirt sheet. They've done that stuff before, and it's like riding a bicycle. You just remember it. And sometimes with wrestlers, you want that little pompous, arrogant feel to it, and they kind of provide it in the best way for me. And now here's their preview for next week as they're trying to figure out who does what. Because remember, WrestleMania is about 16 days away, so you have to go from there. Oh, we're gonna Firefly Funhouse
next week.
I love those segments. Did you catch that little segment where Bray is just telling John, "You want to smash my brain into like a million pieces?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a slaughter." Oh, it was just so chilling. It was just so chilling. Your boy loved it. Now, let me tell you what I'm not gonna love here. Bill Goldberg. I don't even call him Goldberg. He's Bill Goldberg to me. Coming into this chair, trying to make me think that he has a chance of beating Roman Reigns and retaining this Universal Championship.
We need the boomer demographic.
We need the boomer demographic. So here's the thing. I feel like I say that a lot. Sammy Meltzer, Dave Meltzer, you have caused me to say things when I listen to your podcast. Or your show, Wrestling Network Observer. Yeah, I'll admit it, or Wrestling Observer newsletter. Yeah, that's what it is. So I've told you guys about what a face and a heel is, right?
Yes.
And then you have the concept of the tweener. And when you're talking about a tweener, it's a guy who flips a little either or. Sometimes.
Sorry.
Character.
When you said tweener, it reminded me of this from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They were trying to explain is it a tween or twank or a twonk?
Well,
he's a twink versatile. I'm not going to fully explain what it is, but you know what I mean.
We can't, because we try to be PG to the 13 every now and then, folks. And if you always want to watch, it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia on Hulu, because all of that is on there now. So
look at all that dust coming off Goldberg right there.
Right? So the idea, why would you? Okay, so I like the fact that they're at least producing a show. I don't know if you need to waste the money on the smoke or the pyrotechnics for crowds that are not going to be there. But hey, it's their show. Who am I to say?
I floated the idea of what was it? Of having like just a bunch of iPads along like the front row of each and have like vetted fans like FaceTime the show, but at the same time I'm like, there's a bunch of guys on 4chan that would find a way to get on there and just go to hell, go to town on it.
So they would kill it. So right here, this is just a stare down. It's a contract signing. Two guys who never wrestled against each other before, big group badasses.
And HT has not been good to Goldberg here.
Yeah, but the guy is more ripped than you and me. So
I know, but I'm just saying the face, HT hasn't.
Generic bald white man. You're gonna have wrinkles. You're gonna have a beard. Literally, if you put like an earring on him, I would think he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not gonna lie. Sorry, Steve. Listen to the Broken Skull sessions on this podcast. But you're doing the tweener, so you have to. We know that you have to hate Goldberg because he's not a true wrestler these days.
Mm-hmm.
But if Goldberg can come across as a little bit arrogant and a little bit like middle finger to Roman, I would kind of love it because you want the people to even hate him more. Have him embrace this whole heel thing. Have him embrace the idea that, yeah, I know you guys hate me, but I don't care because I'm better than you.
I'm still getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. A little Brock Lesnar. But, I broke down your nightmare. I broke down your nightmare hero that is the Fiend. I came, Vinny Vinci. I came, I saw, I conquered. The one thing that didn't make sense to me, because I heard Michael Cole, who is just, sometimes, comment that the masters of the spear. But here's the thing. Goldberg's finisher is not the spear. Goldberg's finisher is a jackhammer, so it's a modified suplex power slam. He lifts him up in the air, he holds him, and he slams him down. So how can you call somebody the master of the spear when it's not even their own finishing move? Whereas Roman has the spear as a finisher. The spear is just a running tackle. It's predominantly used by guys who played football. Roman played football in college. Goldberg played football. I think he tried out for the Atlanta Falcons back in the day. Brock was also a wrestler, but Brock doesn't do a spear. The only non-football guy that I can recall doing a spear is Edge. And Edge, love you. You have the weakest spear though. But hey, you're trying. So the storyline to this is Roman never lost his Universal Championship because, leukemia. And the other storyline, Goldberg, when he was going for the Fiend, was I never really got a rematch. So here we go. We got the stare down. We got a lot of meat looking at each other. This is more
very much like boxing in a sense.
Pretty much, because this is what you call the showmanship. So here's the thing, Francisco. Guy Meltzer, I hate listening because he said he'll be like, I never really said it, but I feel like I channel it. Understand this. That's the lawyer phrase. So that's what I'm Understand this. This stare down has more beef than a current Costco right now on my TV screen. Seriously, you guys, why are we holding on to all the beef? I understand. So, okay, Taunton. Now put that.
Oh no!
Oh, we're gonna,
Oh, they're gonna
Roman,
kiss.
Roman,
Let's play some chicken here.
I hope Roman understands that he will go to jail for beating up an elder.
Hold on. Have any guys ever kissed like this? Just as like a power move? Has a guy ever just gone in?
No, because I think that's too much for Vince. But I would like.
I'm just saying as a power move, just like.
Well, I would.
And now we've got Bacon on the screen, so this is great.
Yeah, I would venture the power move equivalent is DX doing the suck it.
Okay.
Imagine being a grown man having another man say "suck it" to you with the hand gestures of. And mind you, there was nothing greater in 2000, 2001 when you're playing flag football or any kind of sport in PE and you actually connect and you just do the degeneration X suck it sign to somebody.
Oh my God.
Everybody who would understand it. You only understood a small infinitesimal idea of it would get the whole suck it and then you're out.
God.
And that was a very average SmackDown. But you know what? They work with what they have until one of the wrestlers or people who work for the organization tests positive for the CV.
Gosh.
The show's going to go on. And like I said, I appreciate, if anything, I appreciate the wrestlers for, forget Vince doing this as the whole, I want it because of the money. It's not really for the people, but it might be, I don't know. The wrestlers are still putting themselves at risk, because remember, they're like carnies, man, so they understand it's part of the circus.
Yeah.
They want it for the crowd. And I would think, and this is what I hate about speculating because I'm bad at it, but imagine somebody like Roman Reigns, who actually had leukemia and had to vacate it, and now he can give back to the people, who are at home, giving back to them and giving a performance, even if they're not there, because, listen, you have thousands in attendance, but you have millions watching around the world.
Yeah.
So what you do isn't necessarily just for the crowd in the arena, it's also for the people watching at home.
So regardless of whether there's people there, they're still putting on the show for the people who are not even going to be there anyways.
Yeah, because I'm going to be watching it. There's going to be people watching it. I don't want them to do it lackluster matches just because there's not going to be the emotional crowd. And I talked about it on the recent show. When I rewatch matches, sometimes the first time is the emotion there. And when I rewatch matches, whether it's years later or even a couple months after, it's for to review it as a person saying, does it hold up? Like a match that I recently rewatched that I had seen before was the 2016 or 2017 Royal Rumble, AJ Styles versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. After they had feuded and then AJ won the title from Dean Ambrose when Dean was champion, and then there was a triple threat match with Dean and John and AJ at Backlash and whatever, but it was a triple threat match, No Mercy, and it was during the presidential debate, so they actually put that first because they didn't want to lose viewership at the end. But who picks politics over wrestling? I surely wouldn't. So they had a triple threat match, and it continued until Cena basically was able to win his championship off of AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble, tying Ric Flair's 16-time record. And there was a lot of callbacks because Ric Flair was known for the figure four. So I remember live streaming with my buddy, and I said, man, or not live streaming, but being in a party chat watching, I said, man, it'd be great if like Cena did like a homage to Flair's finisher, because he knows that he's gonna tie up with the dirtiest player in the game, and he does. And I'm like, the man, the figure four. I'm like, oh, I like that callback. Because I remember when I saw it.
It's like a little wink and a nod to everybody who knew.
Oh yeah, you gotta do it. Or move stealing when you have a rivalry that's gone on for years or months. So I'm just sitting there and like, the first time I saw it, I was like, this is like a 4.75 out of 5. And I saw it again not too long ago, a couple months ago. I was like, yeah, it still holds up to be 4.75. But the first time is really you watch it live, and then the second time it's just you revisiting it. And it's kind of like going a trip out of state, right? Like if I went back to New Orleans, I'm like, all right, let's go to the same spots because I liked it there. It's the same good. And then you come to find out that the owner left and the food's bad, or that it's just as good because the owner's still there.
Oh, alrighty. Well, it's over.
It's over. Thank you for having me on the little Goof Bites. I think that's a name I could call it.
I guess. I mean, we'll have to retitle this after it's up. But yeah, I'm glad you were able to come in and explain things, because before I was just like, I I kind of understand what's happening, but then I saw bacon and unicorns, and I'm like, okay, they lost
Well,
me.
remember, wrestling gets weird because, and you should already be kind of vetted for this after doing the intense sessions since like what, June, when Bray started coming out. That's when you should have realized it's not just sweaty muscular men in unitards, because that's when the character comes in, because he's coming out like Mr. Rogers, and now he's
Oh
coming
no,
in like
I understand the weirdness. I mean, I remember, was it Mankind and stuff like that? I remember guys like that. But you know, without the context, it's like stuff's happening. I need Charles Senpai. Where is he?
Yeah, Charles Senpai is here. Basically, what happens is you're Harry Potter and you're not ready to fight Voldemort yet.
Yeah.
So Dumbledore is just coming out. I am basically ordering the Phoenixing it right now for you. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's foolish of you to come here tonight, Tom. And Voldemort's like, crap. Voldemort being Vince McMahon, because I don't think that man has a soul.
Okay. All right, Charles.
I'll be talking to you.
All right, dude. Well, thanks for whoever was watching this. We'll try and do it on. We'll see what happens on Monday. Maybe I do Raw.
Yeah, see and find out. Watch us on the show on Tuesdays.
Yep. Bye bye.